with negative gearing is capped, if say for example, it goes through being capped at 1 or 2 properties, then essentially what will happen is I feel that landlords will look to pass on the cost as a result of no longer being entitled to those concessions. So assuming it is capped at 2 properties, look, I feel that rents will rise as a result because the holding costs associated with the property are going to become more expensive, and they are going to pass on those costs to the renters. So number one is rents will rise as a result. So you'll see rental growth rates increase. And look, because they potentially are only going to be capped at 1 or 2 properties, I feel what will happen is, because the overwhelming majority of landlords only own 1 or 2 properties, I don't feel it's going to be a massive impact. For that reason, because I understand that the overwhelming majority of people only hold 2 or less investment properties. Therefore, if it is capped at 2 properties, it's not really going to affect them. So what I feel will happen is the strategy associated with holding more than 2 investment properties will change. So for the remaining sort of 10-15% of investors that hold more than 2 investment properties, what they will potentially do is shift more of the debt onto the 2 more expensive properties within their portfolio and keep the other properties as either neutrally geared or positively geared. And that way they will have 2, say, expensive properties with big debts on them. Most likely they will be in either Sydney or Melbourne. And then the remainder of their portfolio will be either neutrally geared or positively geared. And so there'll be a balance shift amongst their overall property portfolio.